Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Amy, I'm a travel blogger, I'm a travel agent, and on this channel I share travel tips and ideas and inspiration. I also share reviews for certain destinations or travel products. I also share a little bit on the business side of travel, which is what I will be doing today. Today I'm going to be sharing five things that I would do if I were to start my travel agency today. Now, I've been doing travel since 2018. Yes, right before all the stuff. If I would have known, would I have started? Probably not, but I'm really glad I did because now we're on the other side and I'm busier than ever. Okay, so the inspiration to this video actually came from seeing some new travel agents in groups asking people what to do to get started, and some of the answers were so shocking. So for those of you who don't know, the average age of a travel agent is in their 50s. So in the world of travel, I'm quite young. And a lot of the ideas that travel agents have for how to market are older. And I've seen some really weird advice going around, people saying, join the Chamber of Commerce, try to network in your PTA. I'm not saying those things are bad. I'm just saying they wouldn't work for me, and maybe they wouldn't work for you. And if you want some good advice from somebody who isn't going to tell you to do those things, listen today. That's what I'm going to do today. Here are the 5 things that I would do if I were starting my travel business from scratch today. Number one is that I would sign up for TravelJoy from the beginning. TravelJoy is a way to keep all your client communication in one place. You can set up task lists and templates. It's really easy. They have a lot of videos for how to do it. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out. I'm not sponsored. Nothing that I share is sponsored unless I very explicitly say it is. I turn down most requests for things like that. I simply use this product, and I wish that I would have been using it for a lot longer. To be honest with you, I've only been using it for a couple of months, and it's made my life so much easier than what I was doing before. Now, TravelJoy is a CRM, so if you have a CRM through your host agency, and that's a whole other issue we're not going to dive into today, I would still use TravelJoy. I have a CRM that's separate that I have to use in order to get paid, but I use TravelJoy for me to keep track of my clients, to set up task lists, to send proposals, to do all of this stuff. It is amazing. You can save something, I don't know, I'll put it right here on it if you use my link, which will be in the description below, along with everything else that I'm going to be talking about today. So number one, I would sign up with TravelJoy from the beginning. Yes, it is hard to pay for things when you're not making money yet, but I promise you it's way easier than coming back and putting all of your clients into a system years later, because that's what I did. I haven't made a lot of mistakes in my travel business because I had another business before this and I made all my mistakes in that one. But that's one thing that I did that I really should have done differently. Number 2, another mistake that I made, I would charge a fee from the beginning. I know you're thinking, why would anybody pay a fee to work with a travel advisor? It's because our services are very valuable. What I offer to my clients is worth far more than what I charge them to work with me. I truly believe that if I didn't, I wouldn't charge a fee. You are here to offer a value, to provide a service, and you should be compensated for that. You don't get paid until clients go on their trips from the hotels, and clients don't pay for that. That's through the travel supplier or the hotel or whoever. So if you want to start making money immediately, charge a fee. It doesn't have to be a big fee. Charge $25, charge $50. It doesn't matter. Start making money right away in your business and charge a fee. I wish I would have done that from the beginning. It took me over a year to implement fees of any kind. It took me another year to figure out exactly what I was going to do. And I have really managed to weed out any people that just want to look or anything like that just by charging a fee. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are still times when I get clients or people contacting me that aren't going to be a good fit for a client, but for the most part I do weed those out simply by charging a fee and being upfront from the beginning that I don't work for free. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, and this is an easy one, I would sign up for Canva, the paid version. Yes, there is a free version of Canva. You can use that. It's okay. The paid one is just so much better. You can do all of your social media and maybe your blog stuff from here. Those are number 4 and 5, so just stick around for a minute. But Canva is just a really valuable resource. I was a photographer before and I put off using Canva for a long time because I was kind of a snob and thought, I'm just gonna use Photoshop and Lightroom for everything. Canva is so great. It's so quick. You don't have to know anything about design. You can put so many things together in it. You can even make your logo. You can do whatever you want. I would sign up for it right away. Again, it is paid, but it's very inexpensive. It's something that you can write off in your business. Not tax advice. Just ignore that. But it is a very affordable tool that is wonderful for your business. Okay, so number 4, pick 1 or 2 social media platforms and get really good at them. When you start in your travel business, don't feel like you need to be on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and what else is there? Twitter and all the things. Don't feel like you need to do all of them. Maybe eventually, but in the beginning, pick 1 or 2 and do them well. For me, I have a very active, large Pinterest account, which isn't really social media, but they're kind of leaning that way now. It's also search and discovery. However, Pinterest was one thing that I did from the beginning and did it very well. Also, Instagram, although I don't have a huge Instagram following, I do get a lot of clients from Instagram. Now, you can do TikTok, you can do Facebook, you can do Twitter. It really depends on where your clients are, so that's something you need to determine. Are your clients on LinkedIn? Are they on Twitter? Are they on TikTok? Wherever they are, that's where you need to be. Learn 1 or 2 platforms and do them well. There's no need to stress yourself out trying to do too many things. You're only one person. Start with 1 or 2 and go from there. Number 5, and I did this. This is one that I did from the beginning, and I would highly recommend you do it too. Set up a Google My Business listing and set up a website. That's 2 things I know. It is not hard. You can have people find you from day 1 if you set up a Google My Business listing. All you have to do is set up the listing with all of your information. They will mail you a little card to confirm your address. You do not have to have your address listed publicly if you do work from home. It will show your general area on Google, but it will not show your actual address, so make sure to not have your address if you're working from home. But that is so valuable. You can have people that are nearby calling you about booking trips immediately. Now, I know if you're thinking, but I don't necessarily want to work with people that are nearby, it's okay. You still should set one up because you're going to use it for reviews. It's a good thing to have. You really need it. Set up that Google My Business listing and also set up a website. I strongly recommend setting up a real website, not something that's through your host agency that's not very good. It doesn't work for SEO. I really like SiteGround. They do hosting. You can buy your domains through them. I will link to them in the comments. I've been using SiteGround for years. As I mentioned in my little intro, I'm also a travel blogger, so I do know quite a bit about this. I use WordPress. I have been using SiteGround for years. They are very helpful. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to them. But I would definitely set up a website, and even if it's just something basic with a free theme, you would need to have it to look legit at some point. So just put it together. It needs to be there. Slap a contact form on it. If eventually you want to blog and you want to do more, then that's great. But it will really legitimize your business if you set up that website and that Google My Business listing. Okay, so I hope those 5 tips for things that I would do if I were to start my travel agency today are helpful to you. Like I said, I did a few of these things from the beginning. I did the social, I think, pretty well, and then I definitely did the Google business listing as well as the website from the very beginning. I didn't do the fees right away. I didn't use TravelJoy right away, and I really was hesitant about Canva for a long time because I thought I would just do everything in Photoshop because I knew how. But just because I knew how doesn't mean it was the best thing. It's just, I don't know. I thought that I was better somehow for using it, but nobody could ever tell what I was using and it really didn't matter. So those are just the 5 things that I would do. If you are a travel agent and you have any tips that you would like to share, make sure to leave them in the comments. And if you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments also. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and so that you don't miss the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one.